Hello, hello, hello. This is my first live, you guys. I don't know who's here. If you're here, just drop something in the chat box over there. Wait, why is there an echo? Okay, guys, let me know if you can hear me properly. And if everything is okay. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining. My name is Faye. For those who will watch this after, and this channel is all about travel, travel tips, travel stories, travel inspiration. Okay, I have a loud echo. I'm trying to fix that. Okay, I think it's better now. So let me know if you're here. Who's here? Just drop just say hello or drop a wave. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and I'll get into the questions. I had quite a few questions. I'll get into them right away. Also, disclaimer: if you hear a bit of wind, there's a fan in the background because it's so hot. Also, that's why I am shining. So, excuse the kashino. It's really hot right now. I'm in Thessaloniki. I'm doing this in Thessaloniki, and I think we're at 34 degrees right now. So it's sunny day. So let me know if who's here, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd like to know who is here. So just drop a message in the chat box, and you can also drop a question or a topic that you want us to get into. So I'll just let me see. Okay, but otherwise, I was introducing myself. So I'm Faye Kakai, and Huchenda is the name of this channel. It's all about travel. Huchenda actually means travel in my mother tongue, Lugisu. I have a blog, huchenda.com, where I share travel stories, and I started vlogging more this year, hence this channel. And I really want to engage with you guys who watch the videos more, and that's why I thought it would be cool to try this live feature, to go live, answer some questions live, talk about my recent trip live. I have upcoming Santorini vlogs, so you should stay tuned for those. They're going to be coming up soon. So that's a little bit about me, who I am, what I do. Also, if you're watching this, I hope you've subscribed. There's a red button that says subscribe. It's free. Just click on that button and also click the notification bell. It really helps me grow, and it's one way in which you can support this channel such that I can continue to bring you more content, more travel videos, travel vlogs, travel tips, travel lessons, travel inspiration. That's what this is all about. Okay, also, I want to know what the situation is like in your country or city where you're tuning in from. So drop me a message. Let me see. Let me try and type something. I don't know if this is. I don't know if the chat is disconnected. Just one second. I'm getting a message coming in. Let me just test on my phone. Okay. So for some reason, I can't see the messages on the computer, but I can see them on the phone. So if you see me looking here, this is how I'll be able to see who's here. Okay, so DJ is here. Hi, DJ. Thanks for joining. Aquisha, the chocolate diva. I like your handle. I like your name. Thanks for joining. From Dubai. DJ is from the USA. Wow. Okay, so DJ is asking me if I use a travel agency and how do I find the best travel deals. So I usually don't use a travel agency. For me, part of like half of the joy of the trips or trips that I take comes from planning the trip. So I really enjoy planning trips. I really enjoy researching for, I really enjoy doing like the research, and like looking forward to a trip, counting down, anticipating. And I also love to kind of just not have everything so planned when I go for a trip. So I love to always have like a free day where I can just get to explore or just find out from the locals in the area what they would recommend. So I usually don't like planned trips or going to a travel agency for that reason. I love the joy of just like searching for deals, whether it's through Airbnb or sites like booking.com, and just looking for travel deals on my own and then enjoying those deals. So most trips, even when I go on trips with friends or family, I'm usually the one who's doing the planning. I really enjoy that. And while I was in Uganda, I was organizing group trips under the name Adrenaline and Chill, just really promoting local tourism in Uganda and going to areas around Uganda. We did Jinja, we did Lake Bunyonyi. Shout out all you guys who joined me for those trips. Um, I really enjoyed those. So yeah, I usually plan my own trips to answer that question. Again, so if you see me looking at the phone, how will COVID-19 change your traveling, if at all, in the future? So yeah, you guys, COVID-19 has affected everyone. I don't think there's anyone who's not affected by COVID-19 in every area of our lives, whether it's just in terms of our finances, the economy, traveling, and yeah, the travel industry definitely has been hit really hard. I had so many travel plans. Right now, I'm in Greece, and I really was hoping that during the summer I would get to do a lot of traveling, but that didn't happen. I'm not complaining. I'm still grateful because I have been able to travel a bit, as you have seen if you've been following, especially on Instagram, where I've been updating you guys. But yeah, it was unfortunate because imagine for about like 4 months, 3 or 4 months of my stay here, we couldn't leave the house. So I was indoors. And for me, who's like a travel addict, travel junkie, I always love to be on the move. I'm always looking for the next adventure. It was hard. It was an adjustment, but I'm glad that now cities are opening up. That still we need to be safe, you guys. I saw a meme that was saying cities and countries are opening up because of the economy, not because it's safe. So still make sure you wear your mask, make sure you wash your hands, make sure you're just doing everything that you need to do to make sure that you are keeping yourself safe and those around you safe as well. I think this is a great time for domestic tourism, for local tourism. Explore the place where you are. If you notice, my travels right now are within Greece. So I recently went to Athens and Santorini, but those are places on my bucket list within Greece. And even any travel that I do in the near future is going to be within Greece. So whether you're in Uganda or you're in Dubai or you're in the States, this is a great time to just really explore the area where you are. One of the things I keep saying all the time, and one of the things I'm really passionate about, is the fact that a lot of people, when they think of travel, they always think of going so far. They always think of spending so much money. They think you have to go really far, and yet there's beauty everywhere. One thing I've learned from moving up and down is that there's beauty everywhere. Greece is stunning. Uganda is stunning. The States is stunning. Dubai is stunning. I'm trying to see where you guys are tuning in from. Um, Hi Namuli, thanks for joining me. Again, if you see me looking down, I can't see the chats here. If you guys know how I can see them on my computer, because I'm streaming from my computer, just let me know. So I have to keep looking at my phone to see them from here. Yeah, she said Namuli says Greece is on her bucket list. Greece was on my bucket list for a long time. So when I decided to come here to do my master's, which is what I'm doing right now, I was so thrilled that I got an opportunity to do it in a country that had always been on my bucket list, so that I get to, like, what do they say? What's that saying? Kill two birds with one stone. Like, I get to do my master's, which was something I wanted to do, and the subject area is something I'm passionate about, while also getting to travel and explore a country that I've always wanted to explore. Let's see. Okay, so I got some other questions on Instagram. I'm going to try and answer some of them. Someone asked me how much Greek I've learned. Honestly, you guys, my Greek is terrible. I have not learned much Greek. The disadvantage, okay, the advantage, but disadvantage, I would say in this case, is the fact that my course is taught 100% in English, and most of the people in Greece actually speak fluent English. So all my friends are fluent in English. It's easy to get by if you don't speak any Greek. If you go to a supermarket or if you go anywhere, people will speak to you in English, especially when they see that you're a foreigner. So it's very easy to survive. I've been in Greece for all these months not speaking Greek. I can speak a few words. I know how to say like the obvious things, and whenever I can, I do use a little Greek that I know. So I'll always have my greetings. I'll say hello in Greek. I'll say thank you in Greek. I'll say sorry in Greek. I'll say see you later. I'll say good night. I'll say, yeah. So those are like those are like the few words that I know. So for example, yasas is like hi or like hello, and you can say that as hi, and you can also say it as bye. So I don't know. Maybe before I leave Greece, I should do a video of me speaking Greek. You guys should let me know if you'd like to see that, because I do know a few phrases here and there, and I think I'm still here for a little while, and I do want to learn a bit more. I was hoping to do Greek classes, but again, with COVID, that complicates things, and yeah, we'll see. But as for now, my Greek is very like, what's the level? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's one. That's how much Greek I know. Uh, Also, I got another question on Instagram asking who takes photos on my trips. I get this question a lot, by the way. You guys, photos are taken by anyone who is around me or happens to be near me at that point in time. So many times I travel with my friends or family, and we take pictures of each other. I'll have my camera with me and my settings will be set up. I usually like to just frame the picture. So I'll show them, like, I'll show the person who's taking the picture, this is how I like to take it. And then I just jump in the shot and get my picture taken. One thing I've also learned with pictures, it's really good to know your angles and like be comfortable in front of the camera, such that when you ask someone to take your picture, it's quick, it's in and out. Like you just jump in there, you pose, they take the picture, and it's a good picture, and you don't have to keep doing it over and over again. If you know, especially if you don't have like when you're not working with a professional photographer or something like that. And I never ever have professional photographers around me. I just carry my Canon with me, and I'll ask a friend, I'll ask a stranger. Sometimes I have done solo trips where I traveled with my tripod, and I'll just set it up and I'll take the pictures myself. So I tend to be very independent in that way. If I have to take a picture of myself, I'll take it myself, especially if instances where I'm doing like a sponsored trip and I'm going alone. I'll literally go with my tripod and make sure I get all the shots that I need to get. But when I'm with friends and family, we take pictures of each other. So that's how we do it. Okay, let me check again on my phone. Aquisha, the chocolate diva, said she wants to be doing Dubai travel vlogs. You should. Let me tell you something about vlogging or anything. If there's anything that you're passionate about, whether it's blogging, whether you want to write, whether you want to start a business or you want to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is, I always tell people just start. No one is perfect and everyone gets better as they go. You'll never be good at it if you don't start. So if to the person who said this, just go ahead and begin and learn. There's so much information on YouTube itself, on the platform itself. So you can learn everything from editing to lighting and all of that. So just go ahead and do it. Oh, someone said yes, do a video speaking Greek. I'm going to try and do that. I really want to, because I think it will also challenge me to work on my pronunciation and my phrases. So that would be really interesting. As long as my Greek friends, as long as you guys don't come for me, because it will definitely not be perfect. But I would love to try that. So I'll work on that. Um, Someone asked, are there many foreigners in Greece? Have you met people from your country or Africa? There are not very many foreigners in Greece. You guys, it's hot. Did you see this kasha? You know, me my first like tap myself. It's so hot. Okay, so there are not many foreigners in Greece. Um, they probably are in some parts of Greece. In Athens, there are more foreigners. But I live in Thessaloniki, which is in northern Greece. It's the second largest city in Greece. And actually, let me correct that. They are foreigners, but they're few Black people. So those are two different things. So we do have a lot of international students coming in from around Europe. There's a program called Erasmus, which is an exchange program. So you have, like, my class is always full of students from Italy, from France, from Spain, etc. So you have a lot of students from around Europe, but not a lot of African students. So in my class, for example, in like my whole master's, not just the class, the whole master's program that I'm doing, we were only two African students. There's me and there's one guy from Nigeria. So there are not a lot of African people. I have met a few. So I mentioned there's a Nigerian guy in my class. There's also a Kenyan friend that I have that I met from church. But other than that, I don't know a lot of Africans here. And even moving around, it's, like in most spaces, when I look around, I'm the only Black person. And I actually did a video, it's on my channel if you go and check, about being Black abroad, I believe. And I did talk a bit about what that's like, at least for me, just my own personal journey, just being like the only Black person in most spaces. What I mean is, like, I'll get on the bus and you look around and there's no other Black person. Yeah, but most Greek people are really friendly. For the most part, it hasn't really been an issue, hasn't been a problem. I have had some negative experiences, and if you watch this channel, you know about them. So there are two videos. There's being Black abroad, and there's another video I did about house hunting and what my experience was like settling in Greece. So if you're interested in knowing what that was like, um, you can definitely check out those videos on the channel after this live. Okay, let me see what else. Sorry guys, if you're just joining, welcome. And if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I can only see the messages from the phone for some reason. Joanne just joined. Hey Joanne, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for joining. Drop a question that you want me to answer. Let me know what it's like in Kampala, where you are. What's the situation like, you guys? Like lockdown, what, Corona? I'll tell you the truth, you guys. In Thessaloniki, it's almost like Corona doesn't exist. I feel like a lot of people are so relaxed. We started off being so strict during the lockdown, everyone was wearing masks, and now it's a lot more relaxed. So I just have to constantly remind myself to always wear my mask and to wash my hands, and I always move with sanitizer because the virus still exists as far as I know. So guys, stay safe. Love you, girl. Thank you, Joanne. Love you too. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so glad that you joined. Irit said it's also very hot in Israel. Lots of Black man. You guys, this heat is real. I remember when I came, it was approaching winter when I just moved to Greece, and I was like, I hadn't been in winter in such a long time. I think the only time I experienced winter was when I was a child. We lived in the UK for a few years, but that was a long, long time ago. So my whole life growing up, Uganda, Malaysia, which is where I did my bachelor's, I'm always in the sun. It's always summer. So I kept saying, I can't wait for summer. I can't wait for summer. My African skin is not used to this cold weather. And then summer came, and I was just like, what is this? Because it's so hot. You guys, when they say we have the best weather in Uganda, it is true. Like, I understand it now. The weather in Uganda is perfect. The fact that we can have 25 degrees Celsius the whole day, all day, every day, all year is amazing. It's truly a gift from God, because you find in other parts of the world, like here, we have extremes. Like, it will be cold. Okay, I will say the Greek winter is not extreme, but for me, it's cold, and then the summer gets really hot. So, 37 degrees, 35 degrees. That's what's happening. Okay, some more questions. Someone asked me what's a favorite place I've visited. That's such a hard question because I'm in love with so many places. You know how they say that some people can be in love with so many people? Now, I'm one of those people that's in love with so many places. I fall in love with cities, I fall in love with places. Okay, so some of my favorites are, I love Uganda. In all honesty, Uganda is beautiful. If you don't know, you should know. You should use this time if you're in Uganda to explore Uganda and discover Uganda. We have so much beauty. I love Zanzibar and Mombasa. I just love those white sand beaches, and I love coastal towns and the vibe, and like Stone Town, like those narrow towns, small towns with narrow streets, rather. So I'll definitely say Zanzibar and Mombasa. Cape Town, stunning, very stunning city. Like I remember just driving around Cape Town and just looking, like the view, like Table Mountain can be seen from any part of the city. So you just drive around and it's views, views, views. So I live for a good view. That's why I also love Greece, because there are lots of great views. Santorini was a dream. It was something else. It's like literally walking into a photograph or a picture. So it's also on the list of my favorites. Yeah, so I'd say those are my favorites. Uh, I got so many questions. Someone asked me, "Are you single?" Yes, I am single. I'm single, and I think that's enough for that question. So okay, I'm just reading some comments. If you have just joined, you guys, and you see me looking down, it's because I can only view the chat box here. I still haven't figured out how to view chats from the screen. So if you know how to do that, the YouTubers who are on here, just let me know how to fix that. So Joanne said the lockdown has been eased in Uganda. Most businesses in town have been reopened, though COVID has definitely had a big hit on businesses and most businesses are just trying to get back. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I know. 2020 has been a year, but I mean, we just have to keep the hope alive that it's going to get better. I mean, a lot of people keep saying things like 2020 is cancelled, 2020 this, 2020 that. We're only halfway through the year. Um, I'm hoping things get better and that businesses do start to pick up and learn. You know, sometimes you have to go through something tough to get to a better place. So I'm hoping that some good lessons have been learned during this period and, you know, we can pick ourselves up after. Rachel and Babazi, thanks for joining. I'm so glad that you're here. She says, I love your vlogs. You're doing just great. The strength you possess and shine in a country that is predominantly white still amazes me. I always can't wait to watch your videos. Oh, that is so, so sweet. Thank you so much. When I get messages like this, you guys don't understand. It really keeps me going. Creating content isn't easy. I love it, but it's a lot of work when you put into the fact that you also have school, you have like other things to do, and but I really enjoy it. And when I get feedback from you guys, when I like, that's why I'm always asking you guys to comment on the videos, like give the video a thumbs up. By the way, give this live a thumbs up if you're watching, like if you're still here, if you've just joined, give it a thumbs up as well, because it really encourages me. It lets me know what's being received well, what's not being received well, and that's how I keep improving. I'm all about continuous improvement. That's what I always tell people: continuous improvement, not perfection. So I appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Gloria asked me, would I live in Greece forever? I don't know. I really don't know. That's the best answer I have for that. At some point, I was like, yes, yes. I see myself like living here, like having a house by the beach, like settling here, like having a family here. At some point, I really felt that way. Now I don't feel that way. I don't know if I'm just homesick, because I do get homesick, guys, a lot. So I don't know if I'm just homesick or I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like I would be here forever. Right now, I feel like Greece is a great country to explore. There's so much beauty, there's so much history, so much culture, so it's great for that. But in terms of settling here long term, I don't know. But that's just me personally. Someone asked me when I'm coming back home. I don't know, guys. COVID. I need to know when Museveni is opening the airport borders. So you guys just keep me posted. Just know that I'm trying to monitor what's going on. So if you have any inside info, just let me know. Um, okay, guys, I'm going to sip on my tea. By the way, I'm one of those people that drinks tea when it's hot. That's how much I love tea. Gloria said I seem to be loving it, and she hopes I find people from my country. At this point, I've really given up. Like, it's okay, because honestly, I've announced that I'm a Ugandan in Greece. Any other Ugandans? I did meet some Ugandans actually in Athens. I met a couple of Ugandans living in Athens, but living in Thessaloniki, I really haven't. But it's okay. Like I have wonderful friends from all over the world. and it just is what it is. And like I said, a lot of Greek people are very, very pleasant, very welcoming. It's just a few incidences that can taint your view of the place, but I just always try to keep it in perspective and keep it positive. So yeah, so for now that's that. Okay, let me see. So Joan is asking how I'm able to do all this travel. It's really about planning and balance and prioritizing. So because I love travel, and when I came to Greece, my priority was my master's, which I'm doing right now, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity again. The fact that it's in Greece, the fact that I got a scholarship, the fact that I'm doing what I love. But also one of the other things I was intentional about was traveling as much as I can while I'm here, because I don't know when I'll next come back to Greece. And one thing also I feel that I've learned from COVID-19 is if there's something you really want to do, do it, because in an instant things can change. So I'm just intentional about it. I plan, I save. Like I'm one of those people who it's like I don't care. Like I'll eat noodles all month if I have a trip that I want to go for, and just the anticipation of that trip will keep me excited and will keep me going. And I love looking forward to trips. So I did a video actually about, I think it's called Travel Questions, where I was just talking about how you can save and plan for trips and really prioritize travel. So do check that out if you're really interested. Like if you're really curious, like how does Faye do it? How does she do it? I really just plan and save for trips, and I think that's what I also like about being here, like living in a place that has a lot of places I want to travel to. The fact that I'm not rushed and I can pace out the trips. If you notice, my trips are really paced out right now, and I can just look out for deals. This recent trip was actually such a like blessing because one, prices had gone down quite a bit. For example, the Airbnb where I stayed, because there isn't a lot of demand because of COVID, prices had gone down. So I took advantage of that. So it's really just about taking advantage of opportunities and being intentional and planning. Okay, let me check my phone again. Nabs, Ara, thanks for joining. I love it when I see YouTubers on here. By the way, Nabs, can you tell me how I can see the chats from my computer? Because I can't for some reason, and so I have to keep looking at my phone. So, guys, if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I want to see what you're saying, and I don't know why I can't see them on the screen. But thanks so much for joining. I'm glad that you're here. Big Pain says, "Hello, Faye, amazing. We have a Greek channel from Thessaloniki." Okay, I'm definitely going to check out your channel, Big Pain. Thanks for joining. I hope you've also checked out my channel. I hope you guys are all subscribed who are watching this, and also give the video a thumbs up. I'll definitely check that out. Um, Gloria asked me if I plan to visit other places in Greece. Yes, I have so much of Greece that is still on my bucket list. You will not believe. Right now, one of the places that is priority on my bucket list is Crete. I really want to go to the island of Crete. It's an island in southern Greece. And just Google, it's Crete. It's really, really, really beautiful. So there's still so much of Greece that I want to see. Um, so Joan says, do you mind sharing specifically how you save exactly? Because someone on this live might not really understand or know what to do when you say save. So by saving is really just putting aside a portion of your income, and in this case, it's like putting aside a portion of your income or the money that you have, and putting it towards travel. So there's different ways in which you can do that. It really just starts with budgeting and planning, knowing how much you earn and how much you spend, and making sure that your spending is less than your earning. So if your spending is less than your earning, you will have a surplus which can go to things like travel. And I would say the best way to save is don't spend and then save what is left. I think that's the mistake that people make from the little financial literacy that I have. It's like, okay, let's say I'm earning 1 million. So let me pay all my bills, blah 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 blah, and the money that's left I'll save. If you do that, most likely you will not save, or you will not save much. So the best way I would say is start with the saving. Let the saving be the priority. So if it's like 20% of what you earn, and let's say you're earning a million, a million Uganda shillings. I'm using Uganda shillings because the person who asked is from Uganda. So before you spend, put away that 200k. So that means that even your rent, your food, your other expenses should fit within 800. So in your mind, it's like you earn 800. The 200 doesn't exist. I know it's easier said than done, and I know that life can be complicated and there are challenges and there are unexpected things. But if you just create the habit and the culture of doing that, of putting your savings aside first and spending after and living within what is left. So the saving is a priority, and then you live within what's left. So if that means staying in a cheaper place, you stay in a cheaper place. Spending less, then I think you really can save and be able to do this and save for anything, whether it's travel or something else. But I really think it is important to have a good saving culture. I'm not a financial expert, but I also still would advise people like it is important to just educate yourselves on read financial literacy books and things like that. That's what I do. There's a book I love by my pastor in Uganda, Moses Mukisa, Straightforward Financial Growth. I read that book from start to finish, and I would advise you guys to read it because I think it can help answer that question. Okay, I'm looking down to see some more chats are coming in. Royal, hey Royal, thanks for joining. Thanks for taking the time to join this live. Um, yeah, drop a question or something. I've been answering questions. Again, forgive the cash. I know it's like so hot in Greece right now, 34 degrees. But yeah, let me know if, by the guys, let me know if you can still hear me and see me properly. Would you advise a Euro tour, Asian tour, or just one place at a time? I've always wanted to do a Euro tour, actually my plan, and then COVID happened. So now it's one place at a time, which is Greece, where I am. So, but I think it really just depends on what you want to do. I love the idea of like kind of like just ticking places off your bucket list or collecting passport stamps. So I think a Euro tour would be amazing. Europe has so much. Like if you're able to do that, do that. But then there's also something about slow travel, which I feel is what I'm into right now. And it's really getting to know and getting to explore the places that are not so touristy, like the places that are not really advertised that much, and getting to learn about a different culture. And that's one of the advantages of moving to a country. So it's why I also advocate for like studying abroad. Any opportunity that you get to be somewhere that's away from your corner of the world or away from your home for an extended period of time, I feel is so beneficial. You learn so much when you're immersed in a place, when you get to really spend time with the locals and find out, how people live, their customs, their culture, how they do things. So I would say like both of them are great. It isn't one or the other, the advantages to both, and I've definitely done both, but right now I'm doing more of like slow travel because I'm in Greece for now. Are there any challenges you face as a solo traveler as compared to group travel, and what do you prefer? Again, it's just like different experiences. It's hard to pick one because I feel like each of them offer something different. I was afraid of solo travel before, like a lot of people, I'm sure. So I would always like every time I wanted to go on a trip, I'd always look for like friends or people who want to go. And then I got to a point where I realized that if I keep waiting for people to do the things that I want to do, I won't get to do them. So I love that solo travel has really just pushed me to be more independent and learn more about myself. With solo travel, I feel it's more relaxed in the sense that you really just do what you want to do. You don't have to stick to a particular schedule. And depending on your personality, my personality type is like I'm the type of person that really I do appreciate like that alone time to myself. I like to read. I like to just do my own thing. So I really enjoy solo travel. But then group trips are fun, especially if you're with like people whose company you enjoy, people who are positive, who have a great attitude. It's all about the company, and I feel like with a group trip, you could literally be in a desert or you could be in the most remote village, but as long as you have great company, it will be an experience to remember. Like it will be something you always look back and smile on. So I think they both offer something different, and I wish everyone could do both. Like travel with friends, travel with family, create memories with the people that you love and care about, and then also travel alone and see what that is like, because you could find that you also really enjoy that. I like both. maybe it also depends on the location. I think I like solo trips to places that are more calm. So let's say like a beach where I know I'm not going to be up to much activity and I'm going to just be like by the ocean and I'll just be swimming and reading. That sounds like a great solo trip for me. But if I'm going to be doing a lot of activity, then I love to have like friends or just people around me or even like meet new people. So that's I hope I answered the question well. Um oh, you also asked if there are any challenges. Are there any challenges I face traveling solo? I think the biggest challenge, honestly, is just the mindset shift and the fear. But I think once you overcome the fear, it's not that bad. Of course, safety. Traveling as a woman is very different. Traveling as a man, that's just a world that we live in. So just taking that extra step. The challenge I would say is taking that extra step to make sure you're safe, you're in a place that is safe, you have some emergency contacts in case anything goes wrong, you have emergency money. So it's just about like really protecting yourself and listening to your intuition. I'd say those are the challenges. I think it's a lot easier for men to travel solo. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know. Let me know in the comments. Um, Cultural places or scenery, what would you advise one ticks off first? I would say tick off first what you want to tick off first. So travel is all about like creating memories and just enjoying life and learning and growing. So if you're curious about cultural places, like very historical places, like you said, Egypt, Greece is one of those places as well, especially Athens, then do that. Like go where your curiosity leads you, because I think that's when you'll benefit the most. And if you're the kind of person who's not that interested in cultural places and you want to go to the beach, go to the beach. But then I also think there's something to be said about stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that you wouldn't ordinarily do, because that's how I feel like you expand and you get to learn new things and you get to discover new things. So again, both. I think with me, the way I look at travel, it's about opening your mind, opening your world, and it's about not being constricted. So the same way it's about not being confined to one place, it's also not being confined to one idea or one type of travel. So whether it's budget travel, luxury travel, I mean, what did you say? Cultural places or scenery. I always kind of just swing between the two, and I like to try as much as I can, and I enjoy most of it. Someone says if I need a moderator, he's there for help. I think I'm good. No moderator needed. Yes, step out of your comfort zone is really key, and I feel like that's one of the things that travel. You guys, I don't know if people who know me, like who have grown up with me and know me, they know that like innately at my core, I'm a very shy and reserved person. But I feel that because of travel, like I credit it to travel, I have grown, I have stretched, I have expanded. I'm now not afraid to do things that I would previously have been afraid of. And it translates to every area of my life, you know. I now make friends a lot faster than I used to. Um, Even in terms of just like going after opportunities, whether that's with work, with school, with business, travel really just opens you up. And that's what I love about it. It's just stepping out of your comfort zone, because the world is big. There's so much to learn and there's so much to explore. Big Pain asked me if I speak Greek. Someone asked me this earlier, and I mentioned that my Greek is very, very little. It's very limited. I can say a few words and phrases here and there, but I'm still learning. And I've been challenged to do a video where I'm speaking Greek. So, so yeah, just make sure you subscribe to this channel because I could be recording that soon. Okay, guys, I still have some other questions that came from Instagram. Someone asked me how expensive is Santorini. Honestly, it was not that expensive. Everything all included was under $200. And we stayed at a really nice hotel with breakfast included. A lot of the sightseeing is free, like Oya, which is a place that looks like a photograph with the blue domed I meant like looks like a postcard with the blue domed churches and the really scenic places where if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the pictures I've been posting. walking around is free. You guys don't realize how there's so much stuff you can do for free. When I was in Athens, I was able to book a free walking tour, and it was guided, and I was able to go to just like walk around all these historical places and get information. So I'm going to do a detailed video on how I went to Santorini with under $200. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know, and also make sure you subscribe because it will be coming out soon. I have so much footage from Santorini. It was so beautiful. And so, yeah, excuse me. So yeah, just watch out for that. That video is going to come about Santorini. But yeah, the thing is, you really can't go to places, especially, I think the most expensive thing with travel is the accommodation, one. But if you're willing to compromise and stay somewhere cheaper, like if you're willing to use Airbnb or if you're willing to go camping, you can really cut down the cost. And the other most expensive thing is flight tickets. So that's why if you can travel where you are, like within your country or within your city, you can really travel with very little money. Like you can travel with close to nothing if you explore places around you. And so because I'm in Greece right now, again, going to Santorini was not that expensive because of it was just accommodation and food mostly. My major cost was accommodation, food. Most of the sightseeing was free. Guys, okay, I've been talking for 41 minutes. Wow. Okay, I'm going to wrap up because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. Let me know if you'd like to see more live streams because I think this is interesting and I'd love to do more of them. Maybe I'll like get into some topics into more detail with another live stream. I was also asked about my most interesting Greek myth. You know what's so interesting? Before I came to Greece, to be honest, I really wasn't one of those people that's really into like Greek mythology. But because I'm here, I have got to like read some of the stories. And while I was in Athens, I was able to see like a lot of these places where a lot of the stories are centered around. So, for example, the Acropolis and all of that. My favorite goddess is Athena. She's a goddess of wisdom, and she wears that like Greek olive branch around her head. And Athens is named after her as well. And I love the way she was born. So no one went into labor for her birth. Her father's head, Zeus's head was split, and she came out of Zeus's head. So I'd say that's like my favorite Greek myth, simply because I don't know if the person who asked this question is on here now, but I was asked what my favorite myth is and why, and I just love how just fascinating it is, and just how interesting her birth and just the goddess of Athena and everything she's about. So she's my favorite. I was also asked about domestic tourism. I think I've already talked about that. Yes, the answer is yes, 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 especially during these times of coronavirus and COVID-19. Explore your city, explore your country, and you don't have to spend too much doing it. That's the best part. Oh, Rachel is here. Hi, Rach. Thanks for joining. We've been on here for almost an hour now, almost 45 minutes. I'm glad that you're here. If you see me looking at my screen again, I just have to keep letting you guys know because I know people are coming in and out. It's because I can't see the chats on my computer, which I'm using to live stream. So I can only see your messages on the screen. So I have to keep like looking back and forth to see what you're saying. But yeah, thanks for joining. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything, but we've been talking about domestic travel. We've been talking about like Greece. We've been talking about saving. We've been talking about Greek mythology. We've actually covered a lot of topics. I'm glad. So Joanne says, I really stalked your Instagram page this week and I was mesmerized at the train potential in Uganda, starting from the simple city tours to culture sightseeing. Could you say something about that? Yeah, I mean, you've really captured it well. There's so much to see in Uganda. Even in Kampala alone, you know what's so funny? You know, even when we say travel Uganda, most people think, Lake Bunyoni or Bwindi or gorilla trekking, which are all things that I recommend. But even just within Kampala, so many people live in Kampala and they've never been to Gaddafi Mosque. Okay, it used to be called Gaddafi Mosque. It's now called Ugandan National Mosque, I believe. And they've never gone up all the way to the top where you can see that 360-degree view of Kampala. I thought it was nice. They're free border tours. They're free walking tours. I know a company called Immersion Uganda that does walking tours and food tours around Kampala. There's the Baha'i Temple, which has really beautiful gardens, free of charge. You know, you can go over there and have a picnic or something like that. So there's so much within Kampala, and that's just Kampala alone. And now, when you say Uganda, you guys, our national parks, we have 10 national parks. You could go to Murchison Falls, you could go to Windy, we go to Queen Elizabeth, you could go to Lake Mburo. There's so many, and each of them I feel, I used to think that a safari is a safari wherever you go, but with all the parks that I've been to, and by the way, I haven't been to all of them. I think I've been to 7 or 8 out of the 10. But with every park that I've been to, it always offers a different experience. And every travel experience is different. You could go to the same place twice and it's still a completely different experience based on maybe the company. You know, maybe one time you go with a group of friends and another time you go solo. So it's just a whole different experience, and I recommend it. So yeah, I think especially, again, I keep repeating this, but especially now, because a lot of us cannot travel outside the countries where we are. It's just a great opportunity just even just support your country's tourism sector, because if people are not visiting these places, you know, how are they going to get better? How are they going to improve? So it's a good way to support domestic tourism, and also for you to get to know more, to learn more about the country, the place where you are. So I definitely encourage it. I hope I've addressed that enough. And then someone says, Joanne is also saying, how are we able to do the Ugandan tours? Could you recommend how to travel here? Okay, so I mentioned earlier in when I was answering one of the questions that I personally am one of those people that really love planning for trips. So I don't use travel agents. I love the anticipation of like searching for travel deals. I love counting down to the trip. I love like trying my best to fit within a budget that I have. And I love the flexibility of being able to choose to do what I want to do, and also maybe having a free day to just lounge or chill or talk to the locals in the area and figure out what to do, as opposed to having like a strict itinerary of planned activities that have to be followed. But if you do love having something planned out for you, there are a lot of people that are doing that. While I was in Uganda, I was organizing group trips, Adrenaline and Chill, and those will be coming back, so look out for them. But there's so many tour and travel companies I love by Ugandans that organize trips. And so you find the Pearl Guide was also good at doing affordable uh, group trips around Uganda. So there's so many, if you just search or if you look out for companies like the Pearl Guide, there's Travelog, there's Mountain Slayers Uganda, in case you're into like hiking and mountain climbing trips. There's, oh my God, there's so many. I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. Um, I've taken quite a few trips to like different companies. So usually you find that those are all inclusive trips, and you just pay a single fee and everything is included, your accommodation, your transport, and all of that. So that could be a quick way to start, especially if you don't know where to start or how to plan a trip. That I would say that's a great place to start, and it's just about searching and finding out. You know, make use of the internet, you guys. Make use of the internet. Find out like what's available when these things are happening, and what fits within your schedule. Okay, guys, if you see me looking down again, I'm trying to read your comments. What's my favorite place, hands down, to visit in Greece? Santorini, so far. At least from the places I've visited, Santorini. Santorini is not overrated. It's literally walking into a postcard, or like you feel like you're walking into a painting. It's just so picture perfect. I loved it. I would love to go back. I also have so many other places in Greece that are still on my bucket list that I know would be amazing. And some of these are not as advertised as places like Santorini. By the way, one of the advantages I had, and I feel so blessed, is I went during a time when there were not that many tourists because of COVID. So, excuse me. So I've been told by my friends that Santorini can get really, really packed. They used to have these cruise ships that would drop off people in large numbers, and the whole island would be flooded with tourists. So because of COVID, like cruise ships are no longer allowed. Then, like, there are no more cruises, and so the number of people was really much less than it ordinarily was. And I think that also really helped me to enjoy it. But yes, I was saying on my bucket list is the island of Crete, Crete. You guys should Google that. It's a very beautiful island at the south of Greece, which I really do want to visit as well. So I hope I get to do that. Um, was I traveling with friends or solo? So my Athens trip was partly solo. I was in Athens solo for about a week, I believe. And then a friend of mine joined me. She flew in from Germany, and then so we did some sightseeing together. And then she went to Santorini before me, and then I joined her in Santorini as well. So it was like half solo, half not solo. So it was me and a friend of mine, and it really helped. Traveling with a friend really can help because we were able to split our accommodation costs. We was like sharing a room together. We hired a car, which is another very important thing in Santorini, which I'm going to talk about in my upcoming Santorini video. So make sure you're subscribed. So it's such a excuse me, such that you get to watch that. But yeah, we're able to share the cost of hiring the car and the fuel costs, which made everything more affordable. So traveling with a friend can also really help in reducing your cost. Okay, guys, it's been 50 minutes. I'm about to end. Let me see what else we have here. Rachel says, yes, I agree. Let's explore our countries and exhaust the gems as well. Yeah, 100%, you guys. Like, explore your country. I've said it so many times, I can't say it enough, but yeah, I totally agree. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end this live. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the comments that you've been sending in. I am so grateful. Like I mentioned, every time someone comments on a video or even just like gives a video a thumbs up or shares it, it really just keeps me going. It lets me know what you guys enjoy, what you don't enjoy, because at the end of the day, I create the content for you. And so I want to know that you're enjoying it. So also, if you're here and you're not subscribed, do subscribe. It's free of charge. There's a lot more content coming up. I'm going to be showing you how I went to Santorini with less than $200. I'm going to break that down for you, so look out for that video. And also just tips about Greece and traveling Greece as well. I've been challenged to do a video where I'm speaking Greek, so that should be coming up as well soon. Otherwise, bye for now. You guys, it's so hot. Like I said, 34 degrees. The Kashino is real. Also, if you've been hearing the fan in the background, it's because of the heat. So I'm going to sign out now. I look forward to more lives. Also, let me know if you would like me to do more lives. You can also comment on this page, like below the video in the actual comment section. And let me know if you'd like me to do more lives and what kind of lives you would like to see, what kind of topics you feel I haven't, like questions maybe I haven't really answered in depth and you'd want something more detailed that's dedicated to that specific topic. Royo says the hair looks good on me. Thanks, Royo. Thank you. All right, thanks, guys. I hope I have answered everything. Again, I'm looking at my phone to see. But otherwise, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you're here on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Ugandan time and Greece time. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys. Mwah. Let me end this live stream.